You're welcome, our dear students of the first grade in prep school. Today we're gonna study the last lesson in your curriculum that is titled by titled by the earth. Unit 3, as you see on the monitor, please listen to the earth. Okay. Description of the earth. We study 3 points in this lesson. First one, description of the earth, and we talk about the shape of the earth, the mass, volume, location from the sun. First one, the earth is a spherical planet that has slight flattening at the two poles and indented outward at the equator. So like that. Okay, not circle, not complete sphere. So this radius is 22 kilometer more than this radius. Okay, 22 kilometer more. Okay, so the tropical radius is larger, as you see on the monitor, please. So the tropical radius is larger than the polar radius. As you see, this radius, okay, is larger than this radius. By what? By 22 kilometers. Again, the tropical radius is larger, 22 kilometers, than the polar radius. Okay. Number 2, Earth's rotation around the sun. Let's talk about the Earth's rotation around the sun. You know, my dear student, that the Earth complete one revolution around the sun, by the effect of gravity of the sun in 365.25 days. 365 and a quarter days. The Earth completes one rotation around the sun, not the Earth, around the sun. Okay. Number 3, let's talk about Earth's location related to the sun. The Earth lies in the third position from the sun. Okay. As you see, the Earth is in the third planet away from the sun at distance approximately 130 kilometers, about 130 kilometers, or 149.6 kilometers from the sun. Number 4, Earth's volume. The Earth occupies the fourth order ascendingly regarding the volume, and the average radius of the Earth is about 6,386 kilometers. 6,386 kilometers. It is an important number. Okay. Again, the Earth occupies the fourth order ascendingly from the smallest to the largest, because the Earth is the biggest inner planet. And not, my dear student, it is a planet, not plant. Plant, it is a living organism, but planet is celestial body. Okay. Number 5, the Earth's mass. The mass of Earth is the largest between all inner planets, and it is about 5.9 times 10 power 24 kilogram. 5.9, approximately 6 times 10 power 24 kilogram. This is the mass of the Earth. Okay. And notice that the Earth is the biggest in mass and volume, biggest inner planet. Second, let's talk about characteristics of the Earth that support life on it. A lot of us, my dear students, ask, on other planets, are there any types of life, any forms of life? This is a question. Is there life on Mars? Is there life on Jupiter or not? This question occupies the mind of the scientists. A lot of scientists try to answer this question. And another question, if there is no life on any other planet except the Earth, why? There is life on Earth only on Earth. Sure, there are some conditions on Earth, and these conditions are not on any other planet. So human, I talk about human, plants and animals can't live on any other planet, just can live on Earth. Give reason why. Sure, there are some conditions. First one, as you see, my dear student, atmosphere. The Earth has atmosphere, atmospheric Earth. And this atmosphere, as it is captured from the moon, some photos, this atmosphere appeared as white clouds. Number two, hydrosphere. Hydrosphere means water. Number three, suitable temperature. Number four, gravity. Earth is gravity. Number five, suitable atmospheric pressure. Let's talk about number one, atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere. The Earth is surrounded by an atmosphere that appears as white color. In what? From the photo that is captured from the moon. And this atmosphere contains some gases, as we studied before. It contains nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide gas, helium, hydrogen, and water vapor, and some other gases. As we studied before, nitrogen, that represents what? Represents 78%. And it is the most abundant gas in atmosphere on the Earth. Number two, oxygen, that represents 1/5 from the volume of the air, and it represents 21% of air. Number three, carbon dioxide gas, that represents 0.03%, 0.03, that means 0.03%. Water vapor and some other gases like helium, hydrogen, that represents 0.97% of the atmosphere. As you see, nitrogen gas, that represents 78%, oxygen gas, that represents 21%, carbon dioxide gas, that represents 0.03%, and water vapor and other gases, that represents 0.97%. The importance of atmosphere. Imagine, my dear students, if there is no atmosphere on Earth, can we live? Can we live without atmosphere? Sure, we can't live. No life. If there is no, what happens? If there is no atmospheric air on the Earth, no life. Why? Because we can't live without oxygen. All living organisms use oxygen in respiration process to get energy. We can't live without carbon dioxide gas, because plants use carbon dioxide gas through in photosynthesis process to make their own food. And human can't live without photosynthesis process, because plants produce food for all living organisms throughout photosynthesis process. Animals can't live without photosynthesis process, because there is no food for animals if the plant can't do photosynthesis process. So carbon dioxide gas in atmospheric air is very important, very essential for our life. And don't forget that essential equal important, okay? That means very useful, okay? Nitrogen that reduces the effect of oxygen in burning process. Water vapor has effect in feeling it is good day, to give us refreshment. Okay. Number one, oxygen is used in respiration and combustion process. Combustion here means or equals burning process. Nitrogen decreases. Reduces here means decreases the effect of oxygen gas in burning, and plants use nitrogen to make proteins. Plants need starch and nitrogen to make their needed protein, as we studied in previous years. C. Carbon dioxide gas is essential. For essential here means necessary. Necessary means important, means essential for plants to make food throughout or through photosynthesis process. Number 2. We talked about the importance of atmosphere in continuity life of living organism. Number 2, it burns. It here is atmospheric air. Burns millions of small falling masses as meteors and reduce the high speed of meteorites. Meteorites fall on the earth with very high speed. If they fall on the earth by its or their speed, they may cause crisis, bad events, bad accidents on the earth. Okay, but the earth, from as mercy of God, the earth reduces the speed of falling these meteorites and burn millions, thousands of millions of meteors in mesosphere. Mesosphere is the third layer of the atmosphere. It extends more than height. Its height is more than 85 kilometers up the Earth's surface. And this layer of air, or atmospheric air, burns a lot of meteors by the effect of friction between this air and the meteors. So very important. What happens if there is no atmospheric air? Millions of meteors and meteorites may damage the earth, may destroy the earth. Sure. Number 3, all weather and the climate phenomenon. All weather and the climate phenomenon, as wind, clouds, rains, take place in the Earth's atmosphere. Take place in the Earth's atmosphere. As you see, clouds and rains. Without air, there is no clouds, no rains. Okay. Number 4. Atmospheric air participate. Participate here means share. Okay. Okay. Take part of. Take part means participate, means share in keeping the temperature of Earth suitable for life. Air works as air conditioner that takes the high temperature, the hotness, the heat from the Earth's surface and rises up, and the cold air falls down. It works as air conditioner that makes temperature of Earth suitable for our life. It's very good. It is from the mercy of God. Okay, another importance 5. It contains ozone layer. Ozone layer. Ozone layer. What is the importance of ozone layer? A lot of times we hear this term ozone layer on TV and on radio, maybe from the science of teacher of science. What does it mean? The ozone layer, it is layer that extends from 20 to 40 kilometers above the sea level, and it surrounds the earth, and it protects the earth from harmful radiation of ultraviolet rays. Ultraviolet rays may damage or destroy the life on the earth, may cause cancer, damage of plants, damage of aquatic organism, but from mercy of God that He created this layer, ozone layer, that prevent ultraviolet rays or dangerous ultraviolet rays from penetrating it, and prevent and protect the earth from these harmful effects of ultraviolet rays. What happens if there is no air? There is no ozone, and ultraviolet rays penetrate the earth and damage all forms of life. Okay. Let's talk about Earth's hydrosphere. We talked about atmosphere. Now let's talk about hydrosphere. Hydrosphere means water surfaces. Water bodies as oceans, seas, rivers, and lakes represents 71% of Earth's surface. 71% of Earth's surface is water surfaces. lakes, seas, rivers, oceans, okay, while 29 of the Earth's surface is land. Do you imagine, my dear students? Most of the Earth's surface is water. So it appears as blue from the space because most of it is water. Okay, while 21 represents all continents, Asia, Europe, Africa, and so on. Just 21% of the Earth is land, while 71% is water. Wow! As you see, my dear students, water world, and 97% from the water surfaces, salty water, oceans, seas, while fresh water in rivers and some lakes, just 3% from water, not from the surface of the earth. Okay. Importance of hydrosphere. Can you live without water? Sure, no. Why? Because water is very important for digestion. We can't digest food without water. Water enters in the structure of blood, entered in the structure of gastric juice and all juices inside our bodies. Water is very important in excretion process. It is very important in sweet. When you excrete sweet from your skin, it's very important. We can't live without water. 70% or about 70% of our bodies in our cells contains water. Cytoplasm contains water, so we can't live without water. Plants need water to do photosynthesis process. It needs water and the carbon dioxide gas. Plants can make food without water. So water is very important. More than 50% of living organisms live inside water, inside oceans, lakes, rivers, as all types of fish, octopus, whales, okay, sharks, dolphins, sea and all other sea dogs and all other or sea lions and all other creatures that live inside water. Okay. Plants need water for photosynthesis, and hydrosphere keep the temperature of human body constant by sweating. When your brain feels that it is hot, it secretes or excretes some water in a form of sweat to work as air conditioner. Okay. Number 3, it shares in blood formation. It adjusts the temperature of land, because if one day it's hot, water evaporates and go up in upper layer of air, okay, and it falls as rain and it adjusts the temperature of the earth. Okay. 5, more than 50% of non-living organisms live in aquatic environment. And I think that there are some types of living organisms inside water, inside oceans, that no one discovered even now. Okay. 3, suitable temperature. Okay, we talked about atmosphere, hydrosphere, and suitable temperature. Suitable temperature, the temperature of Earth is very suitable for life, for continuous life. Okay, we can't appear temperature of Mercury or temperature of Venus, of Neptune, but the third position of the Earth from the Sun makes its temperature very, very suitable for life. It's not suitable for our life. But number 5 is gravity. The gravity keeps the constancy and steadfastness of hydrosphere. No hydrosphere, no water without gravity. It flies away. No air without gravity. No people on the earth without gravity. The gravity makes us stable on the earth. So gravity is very good for our life. Someone says, but there is gravity on any other planet, but it's not suitable for our life. Maybe if it is more than the gravity of Earth and Jupiter, you can't move. You move, you can't move because something like nails in your feet and you can't move. And if it is very small as moon, you will jump and bounce on the surface of the planet, but it's suitable for the Earth. Okay. And third point, we talked about the shape of Earth, we talked about the conditions that keep the life of the Earth. Number 3, the inner structure of the Earth. As you see, my dear student, the first one, and it is very light, it's crust. Number 2, it's mantle. Number 3 is core, and the core divided into 2 parts. Number 1, or the outer core, it's called outer core, and inner part is inner core. Okay. Earth's crust, it is relatively light outer layer, not heavy. Okay, and its thickness between 8 to 60 kilometers. Sometimes it begins from under the ocean. Okay, it will be 8 kilometers, and it may be from the Earth's surface of land, so it will be 60 kilometers. It ranges between 8 and 60 kilometers. Number 2, Earth's mantle. The mantle, it is rocky layer, heavy rocky layer, and its thickness is between 3,885 kilometers, its thickness. Okay. Number 3, Earth's core, that is divided into outer core, that it's a layer of molten metals. Its thickness is between it is 2,100 kilometers. The last one, it is inner core, and it is solid due to the rotation of the Earth around itself, and it consists of nickel and iron, and its thickness or its radius is about 1,350 kilometers. By this point, my dear student, we reached the last point in studying our curriculum. Hoping you do well in the exam, and see you next time.